Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule well, being a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And Lord, wouldn't this be an edifying lesson? I'm going to title this lesson Operation Furnace. Because the Lord is put us in this furnace of affliction. The Lord put us in this situation to purify us, man. You know, because we have to be purified before the Lord come back and He deliver us, man. You know, and we gotta go through the things that we gotta go through because it's prophecy. It's prophesied to happen before the kingdom come. We had to go through all these things, man. You know, but I'm gonna start it off with a precept, and this Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 1. It say, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure." Constantly endure what? The afflictions, man. You know, the Lord say, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. You know, and the Lord say He know how to deliver the godly out of temptation. You know, so we gonna be tempted. We gonna be, you know. Matter of fact, let me see. The Lord gave us the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Lead us not into temptation and deliver us from evil. You know, in the Father's Prayer. You know, but we gotta go through these things. We gotta be tempted. You know, you got the whole hour of temptation. All these things gotta come upon us, man. You gotta be tempted before all that even happen, man. We catching hell before all that even happen, but I'd rather catch hell now than later, man. Catch most of my hell now than later. It's gonna get worse, but it ain't gonna get worse like how it's gonna get on 2/3. These motherfuckers finna catch pure hell, and it ain't gonna be no remedy, man. We gonna catch hell, and we gonna have the understanding that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gonna deliver us out of these things, man. That's why we caught all this hell before the actual hell even started, man. That's why we catch so much hell. You know, that's why we outcasted and you know, set at the bottom of the totem pole on this side. You know, it's because we catching our hell now, man. But when these other people catch their hell, the Lord gonna put their ass in the furnace and disappear their ass. We put in the spiritual furnace, you know. Back in Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 2, it say, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble." Yeah, don't try to, you know, run your way out of it, cry and beg your way, you know. You can't make haste, man. Quick, you try to, you know, nigga catch some kind of have a problem and be ready to go back in the world. If it ain't for them, that's the type of shit Jakes will do, man. Shit get hard, I can't do this. I'm going back in the world. You know? That's how some Jakes is, man. They'll go right back to their vomit, man. Because this truth ain't easy, man. It ain't a cakewalk. You ain't gonna just float in the kingdom, man. You gonna have her enter you in at the straight gate. You know? The path of difficulty is difficult. But there's part of it, man. You know, for our light affliction that is but for a moment, you know, it ain't gonna compare to what we gonna receive, man. This light little bitty furnace, it's hot, you know, it get tempting, you catch pure hell. But guess what, man? It's just for a moment, man. And it ain't gonna compare to what we finna receive, man. Like this scenery, man. All this shit owned by the so-called white man. Esau Edom. But the tables finna turn and all this finna own. Well, this gonna be a desert. This the Lord gonna dry all this shit. This shit gonna be desert, man. The water, that shit gonna evaporate, man. You know? The Lord finna turn this whole place to a desert, man. You know, but it's just the point. Esau owned the earth, man. all the his blessing was the fatness of the earth. He have all these things, man. That's why the scriptures speak on in one of the Psalms. It say, my foot had well nigh slipped when I seen the prosperity of the wicked, man. These people prosper. You know, they leave they sup till they bathe, all they shit, they inheritance and, you know, houses and cars and lands, you know, winter homes and summer homes and beach house, all this shit these devils got, man. Companies and all kind of shit, man. You know, Fortune 500 company, I'm pass it down to my grandson, you know, shit like that. That's what Esau do, man. While we work for their grandson, man, when the shit get passed to him. You know, we catching pure hell down here. That's an affliction in itself, being at the bottom of the totem pole, man. You know, not being able to, you know, all these things that we, you know, shit, we can't do nothing, man. You go out on a fucking Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Esau riding around in a fucking boat, man. Chilling. And your ass on the plantation, man, working hard for somebody just to, you know, get your daily bread. But that's part of it, man, because it's gonna come a point. This shit gonna be, it's just gonna be one big dream. We ain't gonna have to worry about this no more, man. So I'd rather catch the hell now than catch it when 2/3 catch they hell. You know, I'd rather be in the spiritual furnace rather than that literal furnace with no where we both gonna be in the physical and, you know, the physical furnace, but we in the spiritual, more so in the spiritual furnace right now, you know. But I'd rather catch the hell of the truth than the hell that these people finna catch in the world, and they ain't gonna have nobody to call on. And we gonna get into it in this chapter. Verse 4, verse 3, it say, cleave unto him and depart not away. Yeah, when you catch hell, don't depart. You supposed to cleave more into the Lord, man. When you going through it, you gotta cleave to the Lord. You gotta, you know, get more into this truth. Get more into this. Study more, read more, fast more, pray more. You know, do more lessons. Do the things that's gonna benefit you in the spirit, man. You know, instead of fainting. You know, can't catch affliction and faint, man. You gotta keep pushing, man, because this part of it. Know what the scripture say? When thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. It say, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Yeah, because we gonna be increased, man. Spiritual power is coming. The kingdom of heaven is coming. The spirit and faith and confidence that the Lord is gonna deliver us in the time of Jacob's trouble, in the hour of temptation, when Esau, you know, tell you can't come in the store because you don't have that stuff, you know, because you're not participating with the image of the beast, man. You can't even, you know, if you don't receive this and participate in that, you can't even come in here, man. You can't be a part of our society no more, man. But we gonna have comfort in those times, because what? Hey, the scripture spoke about these things, man. And all that doing is boosting our faith even more, man. Faith come by the hearing of the word, man. You know, and we hear this word, and then not only we hearing the word, but we seeing what the Lord told us, man. You know, you faint with all that you receiving, this just ain't for you, man. You getting all this knowledge, you see what's finna happen, and you still faint. What that's gonna do besides get you put the fucking death, man? Verse 4, it say, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. That's why I call this lesson Operation Furnace, man, because we are placed in the furnace, you know, like Operation Warp Speed, and the Lord got an operation going on himself, man. Operation Furnace, man. He put his chosen men, 144,000, I say the remnant of the nation of Israel, in that furnace, man. Because the men, we not the only ones in the furnace. You women, You know, the people who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we all in the goddamn furnace, man. We all catching pure hell, man. You know, we all being tempted. You know, we all going through different things, man. You know, so it's not just us. We all in the furnace, man. But it's even more so with the men of the Lord, man, with the 144,000, man. We those acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Lord willing, we're a part of that number, man. Verse 6, it say, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Yeah, when all hell break loose, when hell break loose, just it might not be breaking loose in the earth, but when hell break loose in your in your life, man, you know what it say? It say, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. It say, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercies, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Yeah, wait for his mercy. And what should we be doing while we waiting on the Lord's mercies? Occupying till he come, man. Kissing the son, lest he be angry with us, man. Doing the things that please him, man. You know? Because we not perfect. We can't be saved by the law. You can't throw the fringes on and get you into the kingdom. You can't shalom a nigga to death and be delivered, man. You know? That ain't gonna save you, man. The only thing gonna save you is obedience to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Ultimately being of the elect, man. But the scriptures tell us to give diligence to make our calling and election sure, man. You can't just sit on your hands. These big ass birds. Pelicans or whatever I think they call pelicans. But you can't just sit on your damn hands, you know, and think everything just gonna come to you. No, man. By you not doing nothing, you damn near solidifying that you're not a part of the elect, man. You gotta work, man. You know? And you can't take that the wrong way by we gotta be giving diligence, man. Everything we gotta be working for this, man. Because you don't wanna be, here it is, you to let go of the world, supposedly, and then at the end the Lord ain't pleased with your sacrifice. Fuck that. You know, you've been in the first you caught all this head, then you don't even make it at the end. Because you slacking or something. Nah, fuck that. Don't be lukewarm. Be on fire. We already in the furnace. You might as well be on. You ain't got no choice but to be on fire, man. You in the furnace already, man. You know. Let me just speed up. It say ye that verse 8. It say ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Yeah. So, hey, we got to believe and trust in the Lord that what we doing, this work we doing is not in vain. And the Lord say, his work is not in vain, you know. Our work is not in vain, roughly paraphrasing. It say, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. And now that's what's coming in the kingdom. You know, we prisoners of that. We prisoners of hope. That's what we hoping for. That's what the gospel is all about, man. You know? Verse 10, it say, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or who did he ever despise that called upon him? Right. Who did the Lord ever despise that called upon him, man? You know? Nobody, man. None of the Lord's chosen people. I'm gonna say that because you heathen, you can't call upon the Lord, man, and think you gonna get up out of the hell you finna catch, man. And get up out of slavery. No, your ass going to captivity, baby. You know? Saying that's coming up. Alright, let me grab this one then go into, because I want to get that I tried to zoom in on that bird. I don't know if you see his head right there, the little white bird. Guess you want to hear the word. This Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 10, it say, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. You know, so the Lord chose us in the furnace of affliction, man. You know, the Lord chose us in the furnace of affliction. But I'm just scanning it around, see different birds. I don't want to get that bullshit. Then Esau got boats and shit all in the water. You'll never see nothing like this in our kingdom. You gonna get that shit up, baby boy. So, like, verse 11, it say, for mine own sake, or it say, for my own sake, even for my own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. And then it say, the Redeemer of Israel, it say, hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my call. And we've been called, you know, but Lord willing, we've been chosen, man. You know, what the scriptures say, many have been called, but few chosen, man. We fighting to be part of that chosen. We not here for gimmicks. We not trying to entertain no goddamn body. You know, we ain't here for that. We here to teach, preach, prophesy, and haste the downfall of this damn place, man. You know, we ain't looking for no titles and all that old extra ass shit, man. We just want to get the hell up out of here, and that'll be given to us in the kingdom, man. The Lord gonna set everybody in their rightful order in the kingdom. You know, that, and that's what we fighting for. Fuck this shit, man. Damn rap videos and, you know, Jake marching and, you know, having goddamn half damn near birthday parties and shit, man. Fuck that, man. You know, and that's why the scriptures say he gonna give us pastors according to his heart that's gonna feed us with knowledge and understanding. And that's the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. He's flying fast. Couldn't get him. Big old seagull. That ain't no seagull. That was it looked like a dinosaur. It's like it. And it's good to get away, man. You know, get somewhere where you can relax, man. It's quiet as hell, like birds flying and shit. You know. It's a lot. That's all on there. Don't know what. I dropped it right here. It's a lot. This Isaiah chapter 48, and I guess I'm finishing verse 12. It say, hearken unto me, O Jacob, and in Israel, my call. I am he, I am first, and also am last. And this Yahweh Shai speaking, man. You know, because Yahweh is you know, he ain't got no beginning nor no ending, man. You know, so sometimes you look in the old, this Yahweh Shai speaking, man. Who is Alpha and Omega? Not Yahweh. Yahweh Shai is Alpha and Omega. Yahweh is everlasting. He have no beginning nor ending. You know, so that wasn't him speaking. That was Yahweh Shai speaking, man. You know, and Yahweh Shai say he ain't gonna give his glory to another, man. You know, his glory is what? His Father, man. You know. Let's go to Daniel. Well, I go to Ezekiel first. I was gonna go to Daniel because when you think about it, you know, I go to Because when you think about it, the same way the three holy children were thrown in the furnace, in the fiery furnace, guess what? They were cast into that fiery furnace. Why? Because they trust and believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. You know? So through our belief in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is trusting and believing and not willing to worship these other deities and gods, that guess what that's doing? That's putting a target on us for us to be cast into the furnace, man. I'm just spiritual speaking now. I'm speaking spiritually, you know. You know, these evil spirits and Satan and different things are trying to cast us. I mean, you know, bring things upon us just like Job, man. We going through the same type things, but what I was saying about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, if I'm saying that right, damn, I forgot the Hebrew names. I just was thinking about it, but it may come to me. But the same way they was cast into that furnace and the Lord was with them, it's just like us in our day-to-day, man. When you catch hell, all these different things, guess what, man? The Lord is there with you, man. In the fire, is he here with us, man? So all the hell you catch, you know, it's ultimately the Lord is right there, man. You know, so no matter what you go through, how hard it get, how tough it is, guess what? The Lord is right there, man, and he gonna eventually deliver us, man. And every time you get up out of a hole or anything of that nature, so like it, guess what? That's the Lord coming through, man. The Lord came through on your behalf when you short on a bill and you this or you that, or when you make extra, you know, you make some money, you know. It could be, damn shit, you done got your paycheck, but something else will come and you make a couple extra dollars. You make a, you know, that's the Lord, man. All that, man, all the things that come. You know, even women, your children, you know, just everything, man. That's the Lord giving you those things, man. You know, but that's how the Lord is always with us, man. So let's go try to get some of this. This Daniel. I don't want to read it all. I'm gonna try to. I don't want to read Daniel, the whole Daniel chapter 3. Yes, man. This Daniel chapter 3 in verse 10, it say, "Thou, O king, has made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, however you say that, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image." That's the same thing that's going on now. This modern day image is this system, man. You know? It's saying whosoever falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. You know, because we're not worshiping this system, man. We're not worshiping Esau and his deities and all this shit that he said. And we ain't worshiping that shit, man. Fuck this shit, man. We hasten the destruction of the wicked, man. You know? It say, falleth not down and somebody. It say, whosoever falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And there are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of thy province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I think it's Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah. I think that's it. I could be wrong, so don't take my word. I think that's their name, though. It says Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It say, these men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, or worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Yeah, that's why the Lord say, I reserved unto me 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal, man. And Lord willing, we are part of that number, man. And 7,000 just a completion. It reads, it say, they serve not the gods nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. And Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Go not ye, do ye not, Salaki, do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the music, I'm skip all it. I just read it. It say of the time of the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye not worship, ye shall be cast in the same hour into the burning fiery furnace, who is in the burning fiery furnace, and who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hands? Yeah, and the Lord is going to deliver us out of the hands of these devils, man, because the furnace is going to be turned up, man. But guess what? The Lord is right here with us, man. And it's going to get way worse than what we going through now, man. Shit, loss of homes, loss of jobs. We going to lose everything soon, man. Esau is going to come. This nigga got something up his sleeve, man. He ain't finna let all this shit he got set up just die down, man. And say he do, guess what? He still gonna come eventually, man. This nigga coming eventually, man. So you can bet that, man. Bet your pretty penny on that, man. This nigga gonna come and try to establish his new world order, man. You know? But Uncle E tired of playing with you niggas, man. You know? Verse, verse 16, it says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said, King, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us, from the burning fiery furnace. Yeah, and they had faith that the Lord, man, look, we serve the one true power. He will deliver us. Your bum ass gods can't touch us, man. Your weak ass can't touch us. You know, they probably say all that, but cause of soft answer turning for way rap. But you know, they just like, look, man, if you do that, our God is gonna save us, man. You know, cause we know what we worship. You know, we worship the one true power. It ain't 150 powers. There's only one, and He is the God of Israel, man. It say of the image of Nebuchadnezzar. I'm in verse 17 still. I'm gonna start back at the top. It say, if it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and He will deliver us out of thine hands, O King. But if not, be it known unto thee. But if not, be it known unto thee, O King, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Azariah, I think It say, therefore he spake Shadrach, his vintage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 1/7 times more than it was wont to be heated. Yeah, so he heated it up even hotter than he usually heated when he cast somebody in there, man. It say, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, in their hosens, in their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because therefore, because the king commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the hot flames of the fire slew the men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and arose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast three men bound in the midst of the fire? It say, they answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire. Yeah, we gotta walk through this shit, man. You know, we gotta. That's why the apostle, the apostle told us, man, you gotta learn the love of affliction, man. He didn't tell us that, but he told Apostle Gabor and Apostle Ramla and them that. The Apostle Gabor, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, you know, and those elders that, you know, he told y'all gotta learn the love of affliction, and they always tell this story. And hey, you gotta learn to love this shit, man. You know, when you catch a head, take it on the chin, be even more fervent in the work of the Lord, man. You know, when things go left, hey, make shit right by serving the Lord, man. You know, that's what we here for anyway. We here to serve the Lord. Everything else is just us goddamn existing until the Lord deliver us out of this bitch, and we live, man. We just here, man. We just existing. We going through the motions with everything else outside of the word, man. With everything outside of this truth, this gospel, everything else, we just going with the fucking flow, man. Wherever the wind blow, that's something my granddaddy used to say. Wherever the wind blow is cool with me. However the wind blow is cool with me, man. You know, basically saying he don't even give a shit, man. However shit go, that's just what it is, man. You know, you can't change it. All you can do is endure it. Constantly endure. It's a lot. It say, he answered and said, lo, I see four men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of Man. Then Nebuchadnezzar, who was the Son of Man? Yahushua, man. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning furnace and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God. And that's what Esau gonna goddamn be on, man. Nigga, whole goddamn demeanor change. Ye servants of the Most High God, come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth of the midst of the fire, and the princes and governors and captains and kings and the king's counselors being gathered together saw these men, and upon those bodies and upon whose bodies the fire had no power. Yeah, this shit ain't got no power over us, man. You know, I'm speaking in the spiritual aspect of it. Like this world ain't got no power over us, man. It's all tests and things of that nature, man. But it have no power over us, man. Long as you trust in how about you, how this shit ain't got no power over you, man. You know, long as you in truth and sincerity, you believing and you got faith that the Lord gonna deliver you, this shit ain't got no power over you, man. Fuck this shit, man. You know, this little light affliction, you gotta look at it like that sometimes. It get heavy sometimes, but you gotta look at it sometimes, be like, man, fuck this shit. This shit ain't nothing, man. I'm finna soldier up through this shit. You know, you gotta look at it like that sometimes. Back into it, it say, back in verse 27, it say, and upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was the hair of their heads singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of the fire had passed on them. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who have sent his angel, to deliver his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word and yield their bodies, that they might not serve or worship any god except their own God, man. So that nigga had a reality check after that shit, man. Like, look, alright, y'all got it, man. You know, y'all ain't got to worship all these gods. It's except their own God. Somebody saying next. They say, therefore, I have a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon, man. So, hey, he say you can't even speak against Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're gonna cut your ass in the goddamn bite-sized pieces, goddamn it. You know, you are not to say nothing about the gods of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the God of Israel, man. That's him. And then they were promoted, man. But in this furnace, you know, like I was saying, you know, we catching hell in this thing, but at the end of the day, man, we win at the end, man. We gonna be promoted in the kingdom of heaven. Lord willing, we make it, man, and endure this shit. You know, cause it get heavy, man. But at the same time, it's just a light affliction. And of course, it don't feel like that now, but it is though, man. When we get in the kingdom, we all that little bullshit. That wasn't nothing, you know. You know, that wasn't nothing. We you know, we handled this shit. You know, that's how we gonna be talking in the kingdom, man. You know, but right now we gotta focus on enduring this shit, man. You know. But the first thing enduring it, hey man, fuck this soft ass. You gotta get up out that soft ass, effeminate ass, weak ass spirit, man. You know, we gotta become stoics. You know, Apostle Hug quoted something he seen. I'm gonna say about last year. Hard times make strong men. Good times make weak men. Rough, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, but hey. That's why we going through all these hard times, man. When you come into this truth, the Lord put your ass straight in the furnace, man. He put you straight in the fire, man. Hard times, you know, different things of that nature. Loss of jobs, you know, all this type shit. Women leave, all these things start happening, you know. Why? Because hard time makes strong men. The Lord dealing with the strong, man. The Lord ain't coming back to deliver no weak ass niggas, man. Those soft-ass cupcakes, man. The Lord coming back to deliver men, man. You know? The Lord coming back to deliver his elect, but he ain't coming back to deliver no weak-ass niggas, man. You know, you feminine, emotional. Every time you try to, they get upset and, you know, you can't get on the defensive when you get rebuked all the time. Sometimes you be fucking wrong. Shit, you know? And the spirit be revealing it, you know, and that be the Lord getting on your head. Just like the account when David was with his mighty men and the one man, they saying he was a madman, roughly paraphrasing, and he was cussing David out, getting on to David, and he was like, that's the Lord rebuking him, roughly paraphrasing, you know? And David was the king. He, you know, was like, I'm too big for rebuke, you know? But let's keep going. But that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end to give it all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, rule web, and a great example to the young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessing to the whole elect. Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah in the Bible bar. Shalom. I guess I went long enough for Satan to pull up, you know.